So how can we make YouTube thumbnails that get us more views? The way I've always compared it to people is that I think about it like old newspaper headlines. Have you ever thought about how, like, when you used to be like walking in the street and you would see a newspaper and there would be like a headline in bold that's meant to catch your attention, and then there would be another headline that is the actual newspaper headline below all those bold letters? Essentially, YouTube videos work just like that. It's an old formula that is in a modern format. Whenever you see a YouTube video, there's usually a body of text, some small piece of text that is in the thumbnail that is meant to catch your attention. And then below that, you have the actual text that is the YouTube title, that is the actual title of the video that you have put there. That is essentially what this is like. And so two things you want to have in your YouTube thumbnail. Number one is text, eye-catching text that is going to stop people from scrolling. And number two is a face. You want to have a face in your headline because people identify with people, and so you want to have some sort of human connection in your YouTube video. It's also worth mentioning that YouTube is actually face scanning. They actually have a facial algorithm running to see what thumbnails have faces in them so that they know what videos actually have people inside of them, so they will actually leverage your video if you have a face in them. Now, if you're someone who isn't good at Photoshop, I highly recommend outsourcing your thumbnail creation to someone who is much better at it than you. When I first started YouTube, I thought that I needed to do everything. I actually took 6 months in order to learn Photoshop Elements just so I could make my own thumbnails. And it was a grueling process of tech problems, learning the software, followed by more tech problems, when in reality I should have just paid someone in order to make my thumbnails the way that I wanted to. If you're going the route of either paying someone or doing them yourself, what I highly recommend doing is setting up either a regular camera or just your phone on a selfie stick and start taking pictures of yourself in different poses. Now, no matter what kind of social media or content creation, you should definitely have a folder of transparent images of yourself. Something to give people whenever they're creating content for you. Now, a quick way to make these is pose for the camera and take some photos of yourself. Usually you can do these easily with a selfie stick, and then go to remove.bng, and you can easily drag these photos into that website and they will remove the background for you, giving you a nice clean transparent image of yourself. And you can stick this onto any sort of surface that you need, any sort of box, any sort of template that you want, or YouTube thumbnail. Another good place to make YouTube thumbnails is that a lot of people will use canva.com. This is another alternative to Photoshop that I never had when I was starting off. You can easily take your photos from remove.bng and then go over to canva.com and create your thumbnails straight there. They have both a free version and a paid version of Canva. Now, if you want to learn more about producing your own YouTube videos, your thumbnails, and even your entire YouTube channel, I highly recommend checking out the Yoda of YouTube challenge, where we cover all of this and more. I look forward to seeing you guys there, and as always, it's a pleasure to serve you.